Welcome everybody once again to another live edition of the Showcase Pod. I am Don Vega, joined by the boss Chris Blackheart. We're back again from an exciting weekend that just passed of wrestling. Debut there in Blackstone Valley Tech. Great little crowd on hand.
Up in Upton, Mass. A couple of weeks ago, I told Kathy we're going to go back to like 1999. She looked at me like, "What are you talking about?" I said, we're going to start doing high school shows. She goes, "What?"
Yeah.
But it did. It had a good old school feeling. Nice people to work with. Raised some good funds. And we would send them something for next year. So if you are a high school, a junior high, a middle school, any organizations that you want to raise funds, always hit us up at showcaseprowrestling.com and SP Wrestling. So it's an easy night. We make it easy. It's good for everybody.
Yes, indeed, and not only schools, but we're going into the summer. We got campgrounds, we got carnivals, festivals, all types of outdoor ventures that could have live pro wrestling at your event.
Yep. So we're adding the summer tours. We have some dates we're going to be announcing in the weeks to come. But if you are a carnival, if you are a festival, Rhode Island still has festivals. COVID's coming back. Things are going again. So if you want to add something, let us come to your event because I guarantee you vendors will make more money.
Yep, indeed. We were live at the Showcase Pro Wrestling Training Center and Arena in Woonsocket on Saturday. Great card there, good crowd, lots of surprises there, which leads us to the road to the gold this coming Saturday back at the Taunton BFW Hall, 82 Ingle Street in Taunton, Massachusetts. And some of the matches were announced last week. The bracket was in.
Yeah, I got my brackets right here. I got
on the screen.
And it's up on the screen as well. And some of the matches there, I'll have to borrow your little device here because, he's hogging everything. Matt Thompson will be taking on Dan Badandi in a qualifying match, first round. Dan, you ready for that? Or?
Oh, yeah, I've been hitting the gym hard, man. Getting the muscles up with Matt Thompson, man.
Okay, so that's going to be...
Right. That's not... Do you want to announce the matches and go back and give some little feedback on the winners and losers, you thinking? Or
yeah, I mean...
All right, Danny, I
got
got some good advice for you, but I'll say let's go through the brackets.
So in another first round matchup, we'll see the superstar Sean Candido battle Brett Metro in his Showcase Pro Wrestling debut, as well as Osiris taking on the consistent one, AZ, and myself taking on my partner, Alex Raiden. I mean, this time it was fair. You had nothing to do with it, so,
You must got to be a whiner. I've been really good the last year and a half. This was done random. I think next time maybe we have to do it old school. Maybe we got to, put everyone's name down, spin the bottle, and whoever you hit it,
Yeah.
But anyway,
yep.
Jeff, there's no funny stuff, but now maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll run a tournament next couple of months, and we'll do it live on the air so everybody can see.
Yeah.
But let's break it down. Matt Thompson, Dan Badandi. What's your thought on that one?
Well, that's expecting to see a hard-hitting battle there. I mean...
I'm hoping a hard-hitting. Danny.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you some advice, Danny. You got to knock the crap out of Thompson.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
What, you don't like Thompson?
No, I'm just saying in general. Danny's a big dude. He likes to lift. Don't lift anything up, Danny. All right? Use your power. Use your strength. Do not pick anyone up.
Well, last Saturday I had him up in the torture rack, man.
I don't know. I don't know, Danny. If he likes picking shit up, don't pick it up. Use your strength. Stay on the ground.
Round and pound.
That's a good plan, I guess. Moving on forward to the second match there, as Sean Candido returns after his battle with the new Showcase Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion Rambo Gottfried, taking on a newcomer. So, a kid that he knows nothing about.
Nope.
Again, the odds are stocking against Candido. We'll see how he manages to fit in this matchup.
Well, no, I think that's going to be a good one. Just for Brad's a young kid, has been wrestling totally about a little over a year and a half, coming out of the Worcester area. No matter how he does, it's going to be a learning experience for him.
Yeah.
As much as we kid about Candido, he is a veteran. He is a veteran Showcase Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put Candido in favor on that one.
All
And no
right.
matter
Yeah,
what comes out of
I think
it,
it's Candido because I'm gonna kick his ass next after Matt.
well, all right, you
Oh,
just
he's
deal with
jump-
round.
he's
you
jumping the gun
yeah,
there.
you just deal with round number one. Remember, don't pick them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Brett Metro, like you said, newcomer, has been in the business for about a year, doing some stuff for other groups in Worcester and beyond. And he's going to make his debut here on Saturday night.
Next bracket, we have Don Vega, Alex Raiden.
Well, I'll let you do the talking.
No, I think what is going to come down to that one is if you guys actually focus on wrestling and winning. I think when somebody kind of breaks to stride and it's like, oh, I'm not going to do that because they're my friend, I think that second is when somebody could win.
Well, yeah, I mean, ultimately it's business. Ultimately, this is a shot at possibly the heavyweight championship. So, all friendships aside, I'm going Saturday night to get the W, and that is that. So moving on to the next bracket is the submission god Osiris taking on the consistent one AZ. How do you see that?
That's to me that's the wild card. AZ's an up and comer, know him really well, arrogant. Osiris is doing pretty well, but he's been tagging lately, so I don't know if his focus is switching to the tag.
Well, you got to remember the road to the goal. You could get a shot at any title down the line, so he could possibly win a shot at a future tag team title
so like that one,
matchup.
I don't have a prediction on that one. That one, I just want to watch and see how it goes.
Nah, that's going to be a good one there. And we also have a special traction match. The YouTube World Championship will be on the line as the champion, D-Rex.
I'm not sure if he's going to be up to it, to be honest with you. He's been celebrating for the past 7 days of his birthday bash. He's full of sugar. He's full of cake.
It's full of sugar and cake.
That's all he's been doing the last 7 days.
Well,
Birthdays, like a 7-day birthday party.
a lot of guys coming out of the woodworks. I mean, I'd be hitting the gym. I'd be training. I'd be,
Oh, he's eating cake, man.
We'll find out what's
The
going to happen.
youngest champion in New England right now, 17 years old. I mean, he does have a great future, so he can make mistakes. But if he doesn't learn from it, that's going to be the problem.
So, we'll have to see what happens this Saturday night. Who's going to show up? Who's going to try to take the belt? It could be anybody in the roster. It could be anybody from other rosters. You just don't know.
Could be anyone from South Kingstown, right? Or
It's North. It's North Kingston.
well, you got to start south to go north. So.
Wow. Okay. Well, Chris Blackheart, a lot of things happening in wrestling recently.
Bring 'em up.
Any thoughts on just the whole picture? We just passed WrestleMania. A lot of interesting topics developing as far as wrestling. Big return from Sheamus there in the WWE. That was a...
Well, okay, why don't you start there? A lot of people are criticizing Sheamus. He doesn't look like the guy, I hate to say in the photos, but...
Well, that was the guy doing the fitness channel.
Yes.
But, what all these people that go on the internet, in my opinion, and write all this shit about the athlete, the person that's actually going out there and doing it day in and day out, it's not easy coming back from a neck injury. It's not easy coming back from any injury. The fact that Sheamus comes back and he looked the way he did as far as ring shape and the way he did in his match, there's a whole different ballgame when it comes to physical shape and appearance and ring shape. And anybody that's ever been in the ring knows that.
That's true.
You could look great, you could be shredded, you could look like $1 million. It doesn't necessarily translate over to being in ring shape. So, it's a fine line when you want to critique somebody.
Well, no, we get into it. I mean, when it comes down to ring shape, we were doing drills at the Showcase Pro Wrestling Training Center. We had some people that haven't been in the ring for, I'm not sure, it's been a while. And the indie talent in New England and We did 3-minute matches, and they were blown up. And they didn't like, wow, they didn't realize it. But they knew it too. They knew they look good, but ring conditioning takes a while.
Well, the problem now is, nowadays a lot of these people that sit on a computer keyboard and a computer desk, there are people that have gathered all this knowledge. But when you gather knowledge, it's not the same as gathering that knowledge and putting it to use.
Yep.
It's a whole different ballgame when you step into the field and you try to use that knowledge and put it into work, into place. I could be sitting comfortably at home and talking over what's going on in the field, and it's not the same. So if you've never been in a ring, if you've never been getting slammed around, if you've never had a broken bone in your body, then it's really not the time and place to be.
Well, see, this is why I'm not a big fan of like the NFL when people do all the fantasy leagues, because like they're telling everybody how to play, they're coaching, and it's like,
yeah, these are guys
you're not on the
most
field.
part.
Now on the betting part of it, I get that part. But on trying to tell guys how to do stuff, you don't know what they're going through.
Yeah.
You don't know the injuries. You don't know what they went through for the week. So it's the same thing in the ring.
That's like the guy that sees you at the gym modifying, and he'll come over running. Oh, do it this way. Don't do it that way.
Yeah, luckily I do not like talking to people at the gym.
I don't like talking to people either, but I see them all the time.
I hate talking to people at the gym. Do not bother me. Do not. If you ask me how many reps I have left, I'm going to tell you 50.
Yeah.
Right.
So you see it all the
how
time.
many reps? How many? It drives me bananas.
So going back to the whole shaming, body shaming, Sheamus. Your thoughts. I mean,
he first of all, he's an older dude. Where's been out there? 18 years, right? So an older dude come back with a serious injury. Maybe they gave him a timeline, or he gave himself a timeline. He pushed himself, and he wanted to see.
Yeah.
And then maybe in 3 or 4 weeks, 5 weeks, he can shred.
Well, yeah,
which we've seen on his promos.
He's gonna be active again as far as being on the road and consistently wrestling, which it's. Like I said, a whole different animal from working out at the gym, no matter what kind of workouts you're doing. But yeah, it's funny to see people, he should have never came back. I mean, well, newsflash, in order for him to come back, WWE's got some of the top-ranked doctors that cleared him, so apparently he's ready to go. So, it's just crazy when you see all this stuff on the internet. It makes me laugh sometimes. But it's the internet. You got to believe everything people say, right?
No.
You sure?
No. It's been a quiet week.
It's been a quiet week. It's been quite quiet. But yeah, tomorrow night, moving on to...
Oh, actually, why don't we go down to rumors? So WrestleMania weekend.
Yes.
There was an organization that was running a Hall of Fame.
Well, yeah, and I was just talking to Jay Hollywood on the write-up about that, and I had other people approach me actually a week ago when we were in Blackstone in Upton, about the whole Sabu situation not showing up. I mean, but it got taken out of proportion in the internet. He was actually in the building. He was actually in Philadelphia. He actually did show up. He just wasn't inside the room where that whole ceremony was being done. I just don't know in detail about it. But what I could tell you is he did land in Logan earlier today, and he is in Boston, and he will be there tomorrow night in Peabody, Massachusetts. And going into a little bit of a plug, Royal Crown Wrestling returns live tomorrow night, Peabody, Massachusetts, Saturday night. I keep saying Saturday night for whatever reason. It's Friday night. Tomorrow night, Friday night, 7 p.m. bell time.
So what is it? You're going to win on Friday, and you're going to lose on Saturday. So
I'm going to win on Friday and lose on... Nah, never that.
Other way around?
I'm not gonna fall into your starting to
Right.
try to create dissension here. It's not gonna
But
work.
those from the Rhode Island area, I just put on my GPS before we went on the air. It's an hour and 34 minutes right now.
Yeah.
Bell time is 7.
PM. And I don't know if Danny's got it up. You want to pull that up? RCW.
Oh, yep. What,
Yeah, Royal Crown Wrestling on all social medias. That's Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. And like I said, tomorrow night, Sabu will be in attendance in Peabody, Massachusetts. Tickets are still available online or at the door tomorrow night in Peabody. Then on Saturday, we're back in Taunton.
Saturday the 20th. One of the first times I can remember that you going against your tag team partner. I don't think you guys ever wrestled against each other.
Yeah, well, actually, we did. His first match in Showcase was against
In
me.
Fall River? No,
Yes.
that's the first time I met.
No, that was our first match. Was in Fall River. Not
So-
the very nice version of Don Vega.
Was that Sukasa Mikasa?
Yeah, yes, indeed. And I don't want to say, but I did left Fall River victorious that night. So, it might have to replay again. Sorry,
All right,
Alex.
there's nothing wrong with that.
It might have to replay again.
Alex, call me.
In
I'll
Taunton.
tell you how to beat Don Vega. I can't guarantee it, but I can give you a hint.
Don't listen to this
See,
guy.
and why don't you ask me, and I'll tell you why I think you can beat him. You know?
I'm sure there's some sneaky stuff that you're gonna tell me, and all this underhanded.
Oh,
stuff.
like you're an angel. Come on.
I've changed my ways.
No, you haven't. You just told me you want to go back to 1997 Don Vega.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, the one I didn't know? Okay, that's perfect.
Wow. This guy. Danny got the poster up now. We moved on. We'll let you see it on the screen tomorrow night in Peabody, Mass. Hardcore legend Sabu will be in the house. Get your tickets. Royal Crown Wrestling for that event tomorrow night in Peabody. But yeah, going back to the Taunton situation there. So who do you think would possibly want to take a shot at that YouTube title? Other than the same individuals that we've been seeing lately,
To me, that's an opportunity title. Because it does have a stipulation 24/7. So it does mean if you're in New York City tomorrow night, or if you're at Disney World, or if you're in Walmart.
That's your favorite. That's your favorite place.
No, I'm not. But if you're in an open place, you know the rules regarding the title. So I don't know about you, but I go to quite a lot of places, and you do run into indie guys. I'm going to give you a hint, D-Rex. Do not go to Edge Fitness in Attleboro. There are tons of indie guys there.
Well, you might run into some problems. Right?
Yes, do not go there, D-Rex. Do not go and visit Frank over there. There's a lot of indie guys that go there. So stay out of there.
He might be in trouble. Danny, we got some messages coming in. Are you typing and answering there? Or?
Yep. Frank's on. Aiden Carroll, Cowboy Luke Casey, and who else? Noel Corsielli from Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay.
They said, what's up?
Yeah, what's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, I mean, like you said, it could be anywhere, 24/7. It could be in your own house. Who knows?
Well, the only thing I don't like about it can happen anytime, anywhere. And I personally like more structured when it comes down to we do the paperwork, everybody signs the contract, we have it in the ring. I like that. No. And on D-Rex, he is young, and he does need all the experience that he can get. The problem is he's literally going to be learning on the fly. And I think he's going to be more running on the fly instead of learning.
We've seen him kind of sneak away there Friday night.
Yeah, where was he when a 7-foot Pharaoh? Did you see the fans when that happened?
No, I didn't. All
right.
Take us through this happened in Upton. This happened
in Upton. It was 5-way match or a Fantastic 5-way match for the YouTube title, and I was at the bell. Looking at the time, and all of a sudden, boom, 7 foot tall. Holy crap!
The Giant Pharaoh returned.
Giant fell over. I thought he was stuck in Canada.
Well,
You know.
you can't get stuck in Canada for that long.
Yeah.
Chris
Well,
Blackheart.
we'll find out this weekend. But I just saw him. He went in there. He cleaned house, and I didn't see D-Rex for a while before or after until he got the 1, 2, 3.
Well,
So I'm not sure where he was, but I think his game plan and his matches are
it's pretty smart if you.
is hiding.
It's-
So instead of the YouTube title, we may have to call this the hide and seek title.
Well, it's pretty smart if he continues to hang on to that title. And then, following night we had his birthday celebration over at the Showcase Arena, and Christopher Spratt beat D-Rex
did.
for the YouTube title.
Oh my God! You sure saw Papa? Do you see Papa Rex's face?
No, but I did.
I did.
I did see his
Yes.
face. We don't have footage
I wish.
apparently.
Well,
But we'll have
it kind of looked like this. It was pure white and no expression.
Yep, the reaction from the people was the same.
Yeah.
They were quiet, they were shocked. But Daniel Cabral again costing Christopher Spratt the title, hitting him with his finishing maneuver and pulling D-Rex over
Yeah, that was
for the pin.
That was
for
too
him
much
to
of a nice
regain
gift.
the title. I don't know if I would have done the same.
I don't think I would have done the same.
I would have had 2 belts.
I think I would have had 3.
Well, Frank Roach just said he wants a shot at the title, so he's got a referee shirt, so who knows what's gonna happen.
Tell Frank Rocha I'm gonna kick his knee.
Frankie, you can't. You're on injured reserve right now.
I'm gonna bring a kid with the invisible rock to take out his other leg. Frank has a long history of injuries with
Yes. We could have.
ring posts, invisible kids with invisible rocks, all types of scenarios. So
Yeah, we got some good pairs. So Frankfurt, no, you are not getting. You're not going to be in the match. You can barely ring the bell straight. So stay where you belong right now. Ring the bell. Tell me what the time is.
where he belongs. This is like an order.
No, he's injured, and it's just referees, just like wrestlers. Some days they do stupid things, and the desire to do it is different than being able to do it. And we wouldn't want Frankie to get re-injured.
Well, okay. Because Blackheart's trying to be nice, but talk to us about everything else that's going on. Any interesting things going on in the life and times of the boss Chris Blackheart here? We're just kind of just shooting the shit here today.
Yeah, no, I'll be honest, it's very quiet week. Nothing. I mean, I've seen some news. Some people are getting some people are getting pregnant. I guess some people are having new family members. I saw the other day.
Who's pregnant?
Soho,
Oh,
Ruby Soho, looked like her in her. I don't know if it's her husband, fiance, boyfriend. I guess that was announced on AEW. And then it looked like Mrs. Ripley. People, there's a little clickbait. People
Yeah.
thought that maybe she was having a baby,
was it
but
a puppy?
it was a puppy. Yes.
Yeah, I figured that much.
Yeah. Usually number 2 always wants to work with the number 1. It's never number 1 looking for number 2.
Well, yeah.
I mean, but I think, all right, in the past with talent, like when WWE worked with TNA, like for the Hall of Fame with Sting and stuff like that, I thought that was good.
Yeah, they done that with the girls too,
Yeah,
with like
so-
Mickey James and Jordan Grace.
Yep, I thought that was phenomenal. So I think that it could be good, yes, but I think it has to be done right.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing. It has to be done right, and everybody has to get a little bit out of it.
Is it a Khan thing? Because Nick Khan
It could
said
be.
that he wanted to work with other groups. So.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, that's just hard. I mean, it's not. Yeah, I mean, years ago you would never see WCW work with WWE. Now, I mean, the landscape is changing.
Mm-hmm.
And it is what it is. But I know we didn't bring it up last week. But did you see the AEW airing the silent footage.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, what was your feedback? I know a lot of people had going stuff over that. What's your thought on that?
I mean, first I noticed there was no audio to this.
That's the first thing I noticed too. Yeah.
It could be edited footage. That's
What?
why the audio wasn't there.
Yeah.
You know, I just think there's more to the story.
Yeah.
Other than portraying, you know, Punk as a troublemaker and the bad guy. Obviously, you always need a bad guy to every story, but you know, I think there's more there than what they're trying to pitch to everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I almost thought they should have just let it go. I don't think they should have aired it. I think it gave, well, it does. It gives Punk publicity.
Yeah, that's pretty
And
much what
how
they're
many
doing.
T-shirts did he sell more because of that? WWE, it's getting more eyes because of it.
So now you lost your guy, but the guy that you had there, and he beat up your talent.
And if I'm not
And
mistaken,
you put him on the air.
he's not even working there now. He's in Japan. He's working in Japan. So you air footage that you can't even put your talent over because he's.
Well, AEW has a working relationship with Japan.
But he hasn't been on their TV in months. And then I suppose in the incident that happened, all this up in, I think they were in Ottawa, and he wasn't booked because that's when they made the two rosters.
Mm-hmm.
He came up to do some kind of vignette, and he was going to damage a rental car. And Punk was asked after 4 or 5 people told him, don't do it. Punk told him, don't do it and why, and he was just very upset regarding it. He's like, you want to do it? Do it on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
You know, and then it came down to if you do it, you're going to bring it back. You're going to bring it back to a rental place with a broken window, and then the boys may get heat, and we may not be able to rent. You know, I guess Tommy Rich had a problem back in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, regarding cars and
you
hotel
know,
rooms.
It's funny that
Yeah.
you mentioned that. I mean, I don't know how truth this is or not, but you know, the story goes that WWF used to rent all these vehicles. They used to get damaged on TV, and they would take the insurance out on them, and they would get returned in pieces or parts of the car back to the rental place. So I don't know how true that might have been, but I've seen a lot of footage from back in the day with cars getting destroyed. So.
Yeah. No, so I mean, if that was the story, Punk's doing a solid for the business, trying to educate someone who's young. In typical fashion, the young guys don't always want to listen because they want to do what they think is right.
No, come on.
You know,
That never happens.
which I don't understand. Why is it the wrestling business? Hey, if anyone's listening, put that on there. Hey, Ronnie, if you're listening, any old guys who've been in the business more than like 10, 15, 20 years, plug it in there. Why don't the young kids like to listen and learn before they do something stupid? Like, why do they want to do something stupid? I don't know anyone in sports. Hey, Hollywood, you're a coach, right? Why are the young kids like doing stupid shit and don't like listening?
They just try to fit in with the crowd.
I don't like that answer.
Well,
That's what a lot of kids do. They try to fit in.
well,
Again,
what-
you don't know, dude. Tell
when
me
he
why.
means trying to fit in with a crowd, it's trying to fit in their inner circle.
So try to.
Try to get
So,
brothers too
say we
or
got
something.
5 students and 4 of them are dipshits.
Oh,
You know, they want to impress those 4.
so they want impression. Okay, that
Yeah.
I kind of get.
But they hide behind it. A lot of it.
Yeah.
They just
But for the most part, it's the syndrome that we talked about, you know, the Sheamus situation. A lot of these guys do their research, they watch the product, they think they know what's going on, so they come to wrestling school thinking that they know more than the people that are going to teach you.
Yeah, no,
Aiden
that's-
Carroll, he said the reason why kids do stupid shit because of money or attention.
who's that?
Aiden Carroll in the chat room.
Listen, flip flop.
Money or attention.
Well,
How's that working for you?
I think the problem is too-
Aiden. How's that?
No, he's
how's
actually
the
power.
mo-
Hey,
how's
he-
the- no, I seen his weightlifting. That
he's powerlifting.
he's,
Are you going to be powerlifting with young Aiden? By the
he's
way,
doing great with that. I'm talking about the money. What he said, money and
Or
what?
attention.
Well, he might
Yeah.
get more
Attention.
attention from the weightlifting
Yeah.
than doing stupid shit.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. I think you said dipshits, and you got me on to a new series
Yes.
that it took me about 3 days to find. I can find it now on my app on Roku, but it's WWE. Is it Next Gen?
Next gen.
Next
Yeah.
Gen.
Next generation. and that was actually filmed over a year ago.
It was. I kind of like it. I think I'm on,
WrestleMania weekend.
I think I'm on
during one of the
episode
tryouts.
5, I believe.
D-Rex is in the house.
He is?
D-Rex.
Great. Have him stay in the house.
He better stay in the house if he doesn't want to lose.
Lock
that
the door, D-Rex.
Yeah.
If you hear a knock, don't open it. Don't trust your dad.
Yeah, he might get. He might.
But yeah, so if anyone, it looks like it's exclusive on Roku. I'm not sure if you can download it on Daily Motion.
Yeah.
But it's WWE Next Gen is next gen. They're going through the process of using like D1 athletes, anyone that they want to bring in, fitness models. Looks like football players, basketball players,
Wrestlers, cheerleaders,
cheerleaders, yeah.
all types of.
And they're breaking it down. I mean, they did glamorize it a little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, they broke down that weekend into a whole.
Yeah, no, they
So-
made it look little, like, put it this way, when the girl who's a news reporter, she broke down her bag and she had like, I don't know, 90 lipsticks, shades, whatever. I'm
Yeah.
like you're losing me right there,
Yeah.
like unrealistic. And you're right.
Wow.
I mean, we always say,
Might be unrealistic for you, Chris Blackheart,
what are we talking about?
but it's not unrealistic for girls like her that do carry all that shit in the rags.
No.
Okay. He's like,
But no, but they had different personalities, and it usually, and we just had this conversation with young people. They look for personality, they look for character, they look for what you physically look like, and they look at the ring. So you gotta usually you gotta have two out of the three. And some of these people look great.
look great, but it seems to be a pandemic. The allergies to the cameras.
Yes, there was. I did feel right. So the one guy I did feel bad for. He kind of looked like a cross between Bruiser Brody and Andre the Giant. Like
You know who that kid reminds me of? There was a guy that Eli Cottonwood.
All right.
He was a big, goofy
Yeah.
looking dude, looked just like him. He was like FCW
Yeah.
guy. And I think he came up to the main roster for a little bit, and then they got rid of him.
Yeah.
I think he was gonna be an original member of
What?
the Wyatt family. Yes. You know who I'm talking about?
I remember the name. I don't remember
Yeah, look
exactly
him,
what it looked like.
look him up if you can, Danny. Eli Cottonwood. This kid looks just like him.
Yeah.
He's got like shoulder length hair, and he's
Like
Eli Cottonwood.
Cotton.
Wood.
Well, I liked him because you can't.
FCW.
There's
He,
some things you can't change.
the developmental guy.
You can't change the height.
Yeah.
He's like the kid was like 6'10".
Well, and he was a fan. He knew.
Yeah.
Like I said, he already had done his research. He's followed. He loved it. He was a fan. So sometimes that can help you longevity. So hopefully he continued on because the thing that drives me nuts is like, oh, I gotta get this contract. I gotta get it here.
That was starting to aggravate
I
me.
gotta get it here. How about if you don't get it and you really want to do this,
Is that him right there?
come to a Showcase Pro Wrestling Training Center.
Yes, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights from 6:30, 9:30. No, which is true. So I mean, if you are that D1 athlete and you have that golden opportunity, and you didn't make it, like there was one kid who was an MMA guy.
Yes.
He had a tryout, then he came back, and his promo they put him through.
They just didn't like the way that he went back, and he didn't get the critique of having a persona and being, something other than a tough guy.
But why would you, if you knew you were going back, why would you not go to a wrestling school? I mean, I have no idea if he did or didn't, but if you knew you weren't good at promos, why would you not, do it? Like the young girl, who was that girl? She reminded me of, who was, Thunkosaurus, not
Here's the guy, Eli Cottonwood.
All right. I
Looks
can
just
see
like
it. Yeah.
looks just like the guy.
Yeah. No, but she was a very athletic. Wasn't really putting her personality of the Cuban girl.
Yeah.
Same way. Physically, she looked good. She was in the ring. But I couldn't believe when the Cuban girl, she's like, "Yeah, I really put myself out there."
Mm-hmm.
It's like your promo is the shit still.
Yeah.
You know, it was. The only thing I didn't agree with, I don't remember when they were doing the promos, and it was that one guy, he cut a promo, it was a heelish promo, I think he was doing it on Bianca.
Oh, the black kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they cut.
I stole your wife. Yeah.
And they're like, well, we got to cut you because, you know, there's etiquette in the locker room.
Well, you know, you're trying to win a contract. He got your attention.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
told him to be different. He
Yes.
was.
Yeah.
You know, apparently he got over because it pissed you off. So,
Yeah. I'm looking at him like.
I would have never taken him out for that one. I would have.
No, yeah.
I would have gave him the pass.
Now, that part I didn't like.
Yeah.
The dipshit kid. I don't know. I just see him as a flaming out as a mid-card. I don't know. He kind of reminded me of Miz in a way.
I don't know if those guys are still floating around.
I don't know. We have to look at it. So if anyone's not doing anything, hey, D-Rex, I know it's almost past your bedtime. Look it up. See what those guys are doing. Put it in the chat to find out.
I don't want to ruin or spoil the ending of this thing.
All right. How many episodes are there?
I think there's like 8.
All right. I think I'm on 5.
Well, D-Rex said, he goes, why would you need a D1 athlete when you have a D-Rex athlete?
Well, we'll get to that at some point.
Sometimes you can't help stupid. God damn it. You're killing me, kid. But no, but yeah, Roku put it up. Another series that I was on, that I've been watching, is Dark Side of the Ring on Daily Motion.
Oh.
Very good. Did you see any of those?
I've seen the Earthquake episode.
Yep.
I've seen Terry Gordy and
Good. Oh, that was a sad one.
you know, Harley. I'm halfway there.
I'm the same way. I think I'm like 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
No, Harley, man. Tough bastard, man.
What's your finish, kid?
All right. So anyone who's listening to this, who's working a show with Danny Cabral coming up, ask them about the Harley race story. All right. It is the best. You know? Yeah, it is awesome. But no, I mean, I kind of like this version of Dark Side of the Ring. Like, this is different this time.
Yeah.
Like, some of them, they kind of lose you.
Isn't this season has Vince McMahon?
I think they're supposed to do Vince. I think the Chris Adams one
I
is
think
coming
they
up.
did Vince. He just didn't talk. He just didn't
Oh, well,
agree
that
to
could
be
be
on it.
All right. Well, going down national. Look at that. Supposedly there was rumors that Vince may start.
That was my next thing. This was my segue
Yeah.
leading into that.
Yeah, I don't.
I've mentioned that. I don't know if we were having a conversation before, me and Julio, about Vince possibly, you know, now that they took him out, opening up shop and opening up another federation to be a competition. You know the one thing that's made me happy the last 2 weeks?
What?
They getting rid of sports entertainment and it's back to professional wrestling.
Well, let's really find out. You know, I mean, to me, there's always been pro wrestling,
Well, it's always
and then
been
we have had recategorized as sports entertainment, and it's always been pro wrestling. I mean, it's.
I mean, you're seeing it a little bit more though, as far as the edgy angles that they're doing, like the stuff with Gable, which, you know, to me it wasn't obvious that he was going to turn.
Oh yeah, I was watching. I'm like,
you know, even when he was coaching him up for his Mania match,
I thought he was turning then.
I'm like, eventually this guy.
I thought he was going to drop him on his head before he went through the curtain.
I think we talked about that when the package came around. I said, yep, Gable was going to turn on his ass. Yeah. So that was given there. But yeah, I think, you know, they pushing it. They doing the more violent kind of.
Well, I think the problem is, for the past like 8 years, MMA, UFC has been doing pro wrestling better than pro wrestling is.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. You know, the problem with, I think, pro wrestling or sports entertainment is too clean, it's too precise, it's too choreographed. Pro wrestling.
Don't use the SE word here no more. We're pro wrestling here.
Let's see, which one's that? Sports entertainment? Yeah.
Yes, don't use SE.
Yeah, no.
That word is canceled.
I never liked it. I never liked
We're canceling SE in this podcast.
What, do you have a big head or something?
It's professional wrestling.
You can't cancel fans.
What?
I heard you can't cancel fans.
That's what you heard?
That's what I heard.
I'm gonna pull up in this parking lot with a bunch of my boys, and we're gonna boycott this podcast.
Fantastic.
We're gonna take over the show.
Fantastic. I usually have 7 of my friends with me all the time.
You ever had that issue, Danny? You ever had people trying to take over the show?
Yeah. Yep.
Boycott your shit, hang
know
out
what's
at the
funny?
parking lot.
The only time I ever heard a story about anyone taking over a show is when you guys did it when it was Yankee. What was it? Was Rhode Island Wrestling Alliance? Was it or was it?
It was Danny Wood's show, I think. We did that a couple times. We did that, and I think we had somebody in the podcast that talked about that story when we went to the Mayhem show, and I got into it with Diamond Dave. It was Joe Nanarazzo that brought it up. Shout out to Joe if he's watching. He watches the podcast. That time, and then that show that they had at the Legion in
Seacon?
In Seacon, Kid Crazy and myself. Zach. Yeah.
I think Zach ran it because was it a battle
Zach
royal
ran in
that
and
you
out.
guys?
Yes.
I did because I almost caught him. I was mad.
We started tossing
yeah.
people out, and for whatever reason, Chris Blackheart was booked in this show.
I think that was the night. I think it was me and Trooper versus the Logans.
Okay.
One of Logan's first matches, Logan Brothers' first match.
All right, so you.
I think that was it. Not positive.
At least you were away from all the happenings.
Yeah. But I think I was in the ring when Zach. I can picture it, but I don't picture much anymore. So Joe Bruin, if you have that footage from the Heat Wave, was that Heat Wave?
I don't think it was Joe Bruin.
Was it
I
Heat
think
Wave
that was
or
APC.
UCW?
That was
It
APCW.
could be APCW.
That was Danny's show.
Yeah,
He was
Danny
pissed.
boy, do you have that footage?
I have fun. I don't know who it was that I picked up and tossed over the top rope, but he was like,
So
I'm supposed to win this. I'm like, I guess you're not winning
Not
tonight.
tonight. No, it's just funny when people say they're going to invade a show, they don't do it. I'll be honest with you.
Hey, people were chanting. They knew us. We had run that hall before, so the regulars were egging it on as well once we hit the ring. So they thought it was part of the show. They enjoyed it. So was it stupid? Yeah. I mean, did people get a kick out of it? Yeah. I mean, shit happens. Why are you giving me that look?
I'm just picturing it because you're on 2 shows this weekend. And I don't think you'll be very happy if someone went up to Peabody and did a run in.
I don't know. It depends who that is. I'll be excited if certain people run up.
I know in Taunton, you better bring your running shoes because I'm going to have my catching shoes. If I catch you, they're not going to stop.
You might want to take a picture over at the utility box.
Utility box? Okay.
Right, Sprat?
Yep. I'm gonna check the telephone poles first.
Mm-hmm. Might have to power bomb somebody off the balcony.
That move is barred for the weekend.
Oh,
At least in Taunton. Okay. No power bombs.
No clown guys power bombing.
No clown bomb. Nope.
All right. So we're safe there. Oh, if we want to get into some plugs again, while I'm a little under the weather, so forgive me.
All right, so we're going on Peabody on this Friday, the 19th. Go to RoyalCrownWrestling.com for your advance tickets. One of the rare occasions for Sabu will be in the house in the old stomping grounds of ECW.
Yep.
Saturday night, we will be in Taunton for Showcase Pro Wrestling for the Road to the Gold tournament. That is a 7:07 bell time. Advance tickets are online at showcaseprowrestling.com, at SP Wrestling, and all the social media. And then we're going to go into May. We'll plug some of the May dates coming up, but the first one is Saturday, May 4th. Jay Hollywood is trying to do a Star Trek theme on that day for all of you Star Wars fans. So as soon as we have that posted, we're going to put that up there.
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you for all you Star Trek fans.
You know what day it is? Saturday.
Saturday the 4th?
No, coming Saturday. This
Saturday the 20th?
This coming Saturday. It's Duber's birthday.
Duber's birthday?
It's 420.
The Damien.
The Damien?
Yeah. He says he's celebrating.
You celebrating? No, Damien.
With his little dinosaur.
He says he's celebrating big.
Yeah, well.
So.
Well, you want to celebrate big? All right, so that's perfect, right? So we are landing on a sponsorship for the podcast, right? So we thought a couple of things we were thinking of when we had our executive meeting. One, we were thinking about CBD indoor weed shops. We thought of Damien. We also thought of Dan Bedanti. So we thought of gun shops for Dan. So if you're a local gun shop, we thought about doing a segment, maybe what's Blackheart carrying, or maybe we'd put a special up on the screen of what any of the local gun shops are having. So Danny, if you have any connections down there.
Mid-State Heritage, DNO, Bullseye right up in there, yeah.
So, we have contact down there. So any of the local gun shops that want to be a sponsor for, we'll sponsor one of the featured items for that week. I'm not a weed guy, but I know a lot of people do enjoy it for medical and for recreation. So if you are a local, hypothetically, if you're a place in the Pawtucket Providence line, you have a drive-through, and you want to be featured on this, reach out.
Yep.
Yeah, medicinal purposes.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got the back pain medicine, Poppy.
Yep.
But Chris Blackheart, I did pull out the card for tomorrow.
All right,
night.
let's plug the card there.
I'm gonna go right through this real quick as Road Crown Wrestling, like you said, returns tomorrow night to Peabody, Massachusetts. That's a 7 p.m. bell time, and it's at the Italian American Citizens Club in Peabody. And I believe it is 7 Beverly Avenue in Peabody. Tickets on sale, RoyalCrownWrestling.com for that card. The main event, Big Brian Starr takes on Blaze Haram as he is being managed by the suicidal, genocidal athlete Sabu. Returns to Boston, ECW country, tomorrow night. That's going to be Anything Goes Extreme Rules match. And we'll see, first time ever, Max Sangiovanni taking on the educator Christopher Spratt. That's going to be a great battle there with two young guys that are coming up in pro wrestling. Brother Moon Revan takes on DJ Brown coming from the Midwest. That's going to be a great contest there. The IWA Women's Championship, IWA Puerto Rico Women's Championship is on the line as Evie De La Rosa defends the title against Sammy Chaos. And in a tag team bout, your favorites, Puerto Rico's Most Wanted, Alex Raiden and Don Vega taking on the team of Queen Gets Money. And they're going to get a beating. That's what they're going to get tomorrow night. As well as Colton Charles taking on Bobby C. All that and more tomorrow night in Peabody. First time ever matches.
Oh, it's a fresh card, new faces, a lot of guys from the SPW roster, a lot of guys that literally are new. So if you want to look at fresh guys from the Boston area, get your tickets.
So, that's going to be a great card there tomorrow night. And the following night, like you said, we're back at the BFW Hall in Taunton, Massachusetts. Road to the Gold tournament. And the matches, we announced them earlier. Big Dan Badani taking on Matt Thompson. First round action there. Brett Metro takes on the superstar Sean Candido. Myself and Alex Rated will go at it. And the consistent 1AC takes on the submission god Osiris. All first round, road to the goal. Who do you got?
Well, I'm not biased, but I got the Bionic Dan Badandi.
No, all right.
Of course.
All right, so, I would like, if Danny doesn't pick anybody up, I will like Danny. If Danny goes his power game, Danny could potentially go.
Okay. Everybody, I see how they picking themselves to win this stuff,
Hey, we're in the 1776 studio. We have to... Gotta make sure.
I would do the same, but I'll leave it this way. I'll let actions speak louder than words come Saturday.
And that's how it has to go.
Now, I'm no stranger to tournaments, man. I won state championships in high school.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time since high school.
Yep.
I always love that. People, I was an athlete, won in high school. What was that, 30 years ago?
We got any new comments on the page there? Sometimes, you gotta apologize because we shoot this shit here. We get our own lives. Yeah.
Yeah, we do play a lot of what's it, inside ball around here.
Yeah.
If you run the circle, you get it. If you're slightly out of it, you probably don't get it. But if you listen to the episode twice, you still may not get it. So let's do it a third time.
Looks like D-Rex and Cowboy Luke Casey are going at it in the chat room.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's it.
That will be a match
For the
for
YouTube title.
that will be a match for WrestleMania 41, the dark match that you'll never see. But yeah, you know the Cowboy's gonna ride his pony to the ring. You know how they got this big entrances.
How many ponies do we have? We have the stallion, the pony.
That should be a group.
I'm talking about a physical pony. I'm talking about a physical little pony. This motherfucker riding that shit in the ring.
You ever ride a pony, like a small pony?
I've seen ponies and horses.
They are fast.
I just never ridden one.
I did when I was a little kid. Whoo. Yeah, fast.
I can picture it now. Chris Blackheart on a pony. That's hilarious, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
I know you have that visual now.
We'll see who's gonna ride the pony come tomorrow night in Peabody and Saturday in Taunton. But you know, I think it's that time. Chris Blackheart, we're approaching 10 o'clock.
We're wrapping. This is definitely. This is almost like we're driving to the training center.
Yeah, this
You know,
this is
and
like
we just happen to have Danny in the car.
This is like a telephone conversation. We got to get back into like topics, and we're working on a lot of new stuff that we're gonna bring to the channel. You know, I know those people that watch us every week, and we do thank you and appreciate you coming on and subscribing to the channel. We're working up into our next 1,000.
So thank you to everybody who did subscribe on that. If you do have any guests that you think you want, I know we were talking about some guests. Ronnie, maybe we'll get Ronnie up here with Craig Palmer from UWE. They have a show coming up next weekend on the 28th. That they're taping. That's down to build stuff out in New York, which is good.
Yep.
So that could be a potential one. We have some other authors. I know when we had Sheldon, we had an author from the Midwest that I reached out to, and really pretty good story. But again, we were trying to change it up, so it was an author.
You know, we have different people that we have listed down. We had a Chickie that's supposed to be coming on the show.
That would be good.
I'm gonna reach out to him, and if you do want to see a certain individual on the show, don't hesitate to leave us a comment.
Yeah.
Drop us a like.
Well, even a story. If you're a local guy
Yes.
and you retired or I almost feel like this is a Festivus show. It's like the show of grievances. If you have a grievance against somebody and you actually want to get it out there, not back and forth on social media. Meet them on the show. We'll give you the number. The number is somewhere on this page.
We'll have you on video call.
Yeah, we'll video call it. Get it out, because half the time in wrestling is bullshit. And if you can air it out and go forward, great. But guess what? There's nothing wrong with just disagreeing on liking somebody.
And it's hard to set people up when they live. You know what I mean? You're able to say whatever the hell you want to say.
So if you're like hypothetically, if you're a wrestler in Connecticut and you had a problem with a promotion or a booker, and you want to tell your story,
or a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or
I don't want to go that far. I mean, no. Let's try to keep it wrestling related.
It's wrestling related.
If it's wrestling related, okay?
Yes,
it's not the Jerry Springer show.
It might be. I mean, you was on that, so you had no problem cashing that check. So why not bring it to the show?
Well, they didn't feed me. I had to cash it. I had to do it quick. Joe Davis.
Oh, it's got a bitch.
This is Joe Davis. Like at 12:30.
That's the plug for our buddy Joe. He's in New York City and he's doing his comedy gig.
I thought we would do another segment too. Where is Joe Davis? So Joe,
we gotta have Joe back on the show soon. He's been busy with his comedy gigs and he's doing good things. And I've been watching some of his stuff. He's doing great there. So make sure you go check out the Real Deal Joe Davis. He's on YouTube. His comedy skits are on YouTube, and I think he's got a TikTok and all that good stuff. So go check him out there. He always watches the show.
Yeah.
But for now, for tonight, that's all we have. Catch us tomorrow night in Peabody for RRCW. Sabu in the house. Taunton, Saturday night at the BFW Hall. For now, Chris Blackheart, the boss. Don Vega. We'll see you down the road in the Showcase Pod.